Hello everyone, welcome to yet another video of daily market analysis from Alpha CQ. So what we are seeing on screen is a Nifty daily chart. So you can see that today Nifty made a downside day actually on the 24th of January on which day we are discussing. So again, one important development which we need to see here is buyers again got exhausted around same zones of 18,200 which we discussed in our previous sessions. So this exhaustion from buyers is actually not looking good on this time frame at least. This can create some doubt in minds of buyers who are long around this zone and also who are long around this zone. So if buyers are really strong, they should have scaled higher prices here actually. So this exhaustion from buyers can create some doubts in minds of this buyers and this buyers altogether, which can lead to some downside move now. So just be cautious till we are scaling above 18,250 zones because this exhaustion can give some lower prices which can be very swift actually. So yeah, that was from the daily chart. Now let's get into the profile chart. So again, profile charts, you can see that we opened around the upper extreme of previous day range, but yeah, there was no much of intent from buyers in early part of the day. Later part of the day, you can see that there was sideways value developing. There was a lot of overlap between candles. No doubt there was some downside move, but again, that is because of this buyer's exhaustion. We did not see any kind of prices scaling higher and getting rejected quickly. So the downside move which we are seeing here is just because of buyer's exhaustion. So how far can we believe that down move which is created on exhaustion is the question. Yeah, but again, the context is like confusing kind of thing here because we are stuck within a range of 18,200 to 18,050 zones. So yeah, if there is some serious buying happening around this zone, we should see prices scaling higher very quickly. If not, then if at all prices come back to this zone and start accepting below this, then that will be a very bad sign for buyers, at least from this short swing time frame zones. Why this zone is important is because if we see this as a range and this day as a breakout, then we consider this as a test. So yeah, that if we are coming back, if we had tested this zone, then what is the need for market to come back to this zone and spend some time here? That is the question which we need to ask. So yeah, that again will not be good sign for buyers. So yeah, the development is surely not looking good for buyers, but it is in more of neither it is looking good for sellers as well. So just be cautious with your positions as we are also heading towards budget week next budget day next week. So yeah, just be cautious and look out for this zone which we have already discussed, 18,050 to 18,000 zones. If at all we come here and start seeing accepting prices below that zone, then I think we can enter some good short trades here, test for a target towards 17,900 to 17,850 zones. So on the upper side, I think till we start accepting above 18,250, long positions will not make much of a sense. So that was from the profile chart. Now let's get into the daily chart of Bank Nifty. So what we are seeing here is actually a bit interesting development. So yesterday we discussed that this development is actually looking good for buyers because uh, since we had this sideways move and now the value is getting shifted to the upper extreme of the consolidation, that is always a good sign for buyers because that means that all this sideways move there was some serious buying happening. But today what we are seeing is if that was the case, we should have seen higher prices exploring today or one higher value area placement. But today what we are seeing is a negative day. Again, extended range above previous day high as well as previous day low. This itself will tell us that there is no clear clarity on the direction either from buyers or either from sellers. So yeah, that is what is happening. I think if at all we start coming lower and start accepting within this zone again, like 42,500 to 42,600 zones, that surely is not good sign for buyers. So all the buyers from this zone may get confused or may realize that their efforts are not being resulted in good terms. They can give up and that can fuel up downside move testing towards 41,800 zones. So just be cautious here. I don't think going long here will make much of a sense unless we again start scaling higher with good trade facilitation. So that was from the daily chart. Now let's get into the profile chart. So yeah, again, this is what I was talking about. We have this consolidation high. This was a very good development because we thought that the supply above the resistance is getting absorbed from the buyers who are active here. But right now, today's development is not favoring that thought actually. So if at all that was true, like what we discussed in our previous session on strength of buyers, if that was true, then we should have seen at least one higher value area placement. But today what happened was there was some initial interest from buyers to explore above previous day high, but that interest did not long for later part of the day. We immediately started trading within previous day range, and we also took out the previous day low. This development certainly not look good for buyers at this point. So are sellers doing great job? Again, sellers are also not that confident. This down move what we saw today might be because of some buyers exhaustion, because we did not see much of rejection happening above previous, because there was overlap here. If this was a single print and prices coming back leaving a tail here, then that would have been a strong indication of a failed auction, but that did not happen here. So this fall might be just because of buyers exhaustion. So what are the zones which we need to look for our next trading session? Obviously this 42,500 to 42,600 zones are very important. Just keep an eye on these zones whenever we come there, like observe how prices react there. So we should see quick rejection if at all buyers are strong. On the other hand, if we start accepting below this zone, then that is surely a not good sign for buyers anymore, because that will be challenging the mid zone of the consolidation, which again will lead to a test of 41,900 to 41,800, which is the other extreme of the consolidation. So yeah, that was from the profile charts. So hope this discussion will help you in making decisions for your trade plans.